Hello and welcome back to Niche Tea, where we talk about drama happening in communities you may not be a part of. Last time we talked about the book community, specifically a situation that's been kind of ongoing surrounding an author named Paul Castle and what people consider to be a pity marketing approach that he has been accused of utilizing for a while now in various instances over the past several years. Today, we're going to go back into the K-pop community because I'm going to be just so real with you. I really just need an outlet to talk about K-pop demon hunters. There is some drama, and I will cover that because anything involving K-pop stans is always going to end up being a shit show one way or another. But for the most part, this is a pretty lighthearted video. So if you're not familiar, K-pop Demon Hunters is a film that is a Netflix original movie that came out recently, and it specifically is about a trio of girls who are in their own K-pop group called Huntrix, who also use the music as well as literal weapons to fight demons. And when I say the music is key to it, I mean that, yes, they can physically fight demons, but they can't win the war doing that. They have to unite everyone through song, something. It's fine. And then the movie focuses on the demons coming up with their own plan to make a boy K-pop group that will steal all their fans and then weaken their powers. And then the demons will be able to come up here and take more souls, etc. I cannot possibly tell you how many people sent this to me when it was announced. I got so many links from so many people. And here's the thing about me. I have pretty bad pathological demand avoidance. And one big way that expresses itself in my day-to-day is I never engage with media that is super popular at the time. If everyone's talking about it, I'm not at all interested. I don't know. It's a brain problem. I want to fix it. I'm working on it. But that goes times a million when I feel like I'm being pandered to, or it's a token representation of a thing that I'm into. So for example, I absolutely could not stand Gangnam Style when it came out because as somebody who at the time was into all of K-pop, everyone just went, oh, Gangnam Style, this is you. And I couldn't get away from it. And it's it's a catchy song, but leave me alone. There's so much else. So all to say, I came into this primed against it, to not like it. I was really giving it side eye. And tragically, it is, in fact, really, really good. And I mean that very generally. It's not one thing. For me, I would say the top three things about it are, at number three would be the acting. The cast is phenomenal. The deliveries are great. All of that, very good. It is a, kids film. It's a PG film. So there are some things that are a little hammy in it. Some things that are clearly more kid aligned, but overall, very entertaining. Number two would be the music. The music absolutely slaps. And we are going to come back to that because it's been funny watching people respond to the music. And number one, by an absolute landslide, is this fuck-ass tiger. I love this fuck-ass tiger so much. His name is literally Derpy. Look at him! Honorable mention to the bird. My husband prefers the bird because the bird's a little sassy, but I feel it's a Woodstock and Snoopy situation. Yes, the bird is cool, but he kind of needs the tiger to work, in my opinion. As far as things that would be negatives, the only legitimate one that I think is pretty consistently understood to be true is that the pacing is ass. Honestly, I don't even care though. It flies through so much plot so quickly. It could easily, in my opinion, have been a limited series, but it doesn't matter. It's still good. It's not the sort of thing that ruins the experience for you. Beyond that, there's a whole host of little silly things that people are mad about. They're not actually mad. My weird thing that I can't seem to let go of is that there's a scene where a group is performing live, their song. They're doing their song and they start physically fighting each other while on stage in front of thousands of fans. And the only response in the movie, from the public was oh no, they disbanded. And I'm just imagining a scenario where a group is performing an actual K-pop group, IVE. And imagine they just start fighting. Two of them just start going at it. And then everyone's response is just, oh no, I guess they disbanded. The most common complaint that I saw just generally around, again, not that serious, is the fact that the two main romantic leads don't have a kiss moment or anything like that. But then my husband chose to add one in, which is the fact that the main romantic leads have a 370 or 80 year age difference, which actually, when I thought about it, I'm fairly proud that I haven't seen a ton of discourse around that. We just don't need it. It's fine. So, what happened? Going back to the music being so good, this is the first place where a little bit of drama has come in, because the music is really, really good. And at least for Americans, extremely accessible, extremely easy to fall into. It's the sort of thing where at this point, I'm going to tell people to go listen to those songs or watch this movie if they're thinking about getting into K-pop. The demon K-pop group in the movie is called Boys, which I do also have a small complaint about, because why would you spell it like that and pronounce it like that when Baja Blast exists? But fine. Songs from the Boys as well as from Huntrix, which is the name of the girl group, have done incredibly well as far as just like metrics go. Boys are the highest charting male K-pop group in Spotify history in the US, and Huntrix is the highest charting female K-pop group, meaning they both beat BTS and BLACKPINK respectively. There are some Blinks, BLACKPINK fans and ARMY BTS fans who are not handling that news particularly well, and those two fan bases do not get along to begin with, so putting them in the same area, now they're fighting with each other, just Which then kind of goes into the second piece of drama that's happening, which has to do with who inspired each of the people in both of these groups. Because there's obviously a ton of resemblance between them and a whole bunch of very popular K-pop groups. So at first people were kind of legitimately fighting over who each person was most like in terms of like the K-pop fandom, even though it was very clear that they were amalgamations of different people. With one exception, which is that Abs from the Boys is absolutely San from ITZY. I think everybody pretty much agrees on that. But then the director did come out and say, yeah, I based these guys and these girls off of these groups respectively in like a general sense. She didn't specifically say specific idols. But of course, BTS and BLACKPINK are included in that. And this is where you couldn't win if you were the director, because if you hadn't included BTS or BLACKPINK in your inspiration, you would have gotten a ton of hate from Blinks and ARMY for not including the most formative groups and the biggest groups, and they're so important and why wouldn't you, whatever. But since they did use them, it becomes, oh, you're just using their popularity as a stepping stool to make your movie successful. Like the main character, Rumi, wears a braid that looks very similar to one that Jennie wore in one of the BLACKPINK music videos for How You Like That. And that has spawned apparently just an absolute ton of backlash from people who, Blinks, think that that was entirely done just to like capitalize off of Jennie's popularity specifically. Like the term plagiarism is being used. People are calling for lawsuits. I don't think any of that's gonna fly, to be real with you. Also, because what? YG Entertainment's gonna get their shit together enough to sue someone? I don't think so. And now that Boys and Huntrix are surpassing them in charts and stuff, that's coming back up again and becoming a whole thing of, oh, you just made a group that copied what they do and now it's doing better because people are stupid. And this is just a lot of drama. As far as the actual groups go, RM from BTS was singing Soda Pop for at least a couple seconds on a live they did recently, so they clearly think it's fine. And Netflix saw that and then changed their bio accordingly to say that BTS noticed the Boys, which is cute, I think. Anyway, the movie's really good. The songs slap. I listen to all of them in the car now. My son loves them. My husband loves them. Please go watch it, whether you like K-pop or not. Actually, especially if you don't like K-pop. Because if you watch this movie and you still don't like it, you will never like K-pop. This is the actual like fundamental test to determine whether or not you could ever like K-pop, if that makes sense.